right. As you can see behind the scenes, it's not always easy to get the lighting right. And unfortunately, I'm on a time crunch today because there's no school. So the kids are home. The kids are home, dog's home, wife's home. Let's do this. Find the script for everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Everybody doing all right? I hope everyone had a great holiday season. It's one more day to come, right? We got New Year's Eve. I met my wife on New Year's Eve. God, it was a long time ago, almost 15 years ago. No, 13 years. Don't tell her. Parents, it's okay to have a few more cocktails right now. Or a few extra J's, whatever you indulge in. You deserve it. It's tough having the little ones around now. You understand why we need universal child care with great oversight. I know there's a big story going on in Minnesota right now. I'm going to be diving into that later on in the week. In this episode of Black Mirror, I'm sorry, this is Divided America. This world feels so dystopian at times. Sorry for the Freudian slip. It does feel like divided. It does feel a little Black Mirror-ish, though, right? You got articles floating around on YouTube about Riley Reid being a mother, and she doesn't want her porn on the internet anymore, and she goes viral for asking such a ludicrous request. But that's business, right? That's America. That's how she knew how to play the game, and she won. That's America. That's show business, and who's at the top? Agent Orange, right? I'm almost done reading his book. Believe it or not, I'm on the last chapter. I'm on the second to last chapter of Art of the Deal, and I will have I will have a full review after completion. Now, the Democratic Party has serious fundraising issues, and we're going to go into that later on in the show. We got a new text from former Vice President Kamala Harris saying she's been silent, but she's starting a PAC and asks for donations. But today, we start with one of my favorites. Computer says no.
Computer says no.
TikTok, on the live stream on YouTube, you have the added production value, as I mentioned before. So hopefully you are able to watch this on YouTube as well, and in the clips. I try to put way more production into that. That being said, with this episode of Computer Says No, when I woke up yesterday and hit the Facebook button on my phone, it asked me to re-log in. And I knew right away this is going to be a technical kerfuffle. Now, I'm the tech-savvy person, right? In everybody's village, everybody's family, everyone has like one person, right? They go, okay, can you fix this? Can you fix this? I'm that guy, right? I'm definitely the person. I know all my passwords. I either have them memorized or I have them hidden. But the point is, like, I know my passwords, and we all have passkeys now. So when Facebook is telling me unable to log in, an unexpected error occurred, please try logging in again, I did, again and again, and to the point of break-in. I was going to do a vanilla ice thing there, but no. But then I got a text with an article saying, I got a text from a friend saying that 50,000 accounts were wrongly taken down. And I will put that in the description. I'll put that link in the description in the Yahoo article. Now, this is a very interesting coincidence, and I would really hope Facebook, Meta, whoever is able to answer a question of mine, please, because I think I know what actually happened, but I can't get a human to even think about responding. It's insanely frustrating to deal with this every day. Like, for the last 2 days now, Facebook, I don't like Facebook, right? It's just well, let me go back, please. Pardon me. When I asked Meta and Facebook for comment for this story, I could not reach a human. I could not reach comment. Like, that's a journalist in me. I have to ask for comment before reporting on a story. That's what you do as a journalist. Now, it's time for reckless speculation, though. Now, I've mentioned before, I'm a big fan of Dan Le Batard's show. He has a show of journalistic values, but he also regularly speculates at times with his crew. I don't have a crew, so they can't help me out here, right? My news page has gotten serious attention on Facebook, right? Like, to the point where SNN was being in the recommended section in the professional dashboard. Now, that was probably due to me covering the horrific shootings here in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. And I really want to thank the communications department at the city of Providence for their professionalism and dedication and being able to allow an independent journalist like myself into that room. I really appreciate that. There's a reel that might be still going around on Facebook, but I can't see it. That's probably still going around. It had over 100,000 views. I was at 120,000 the last time I looked overall, and it was about how wonderful our military is, and we bombed the small boats, but we seized the large vessels. Quick update on this: CIA reported that we actually did bomb inside of Venezuela. If you don't believe me, and if something that I say all the time, if you don't believe me, go check out the mainstream outlets. That one was reported this morning. So that reel took off before the Brown shootings. And I've been grinding my ass off. Like, I really have. Like, to try to get this network going. I work every day. I work Sundays. I work nights. It's my passion, right? It's what I do. Now, I don't want to get lumped into the same ones that I said before. I'm sorry. I don't think my account got lumped into the same ones as I stated before in that Yahoo article, because that happened about a month ago. My account got locked yesterday. I think that the computer is trying to ping a dormant email, which I used to sign up for Facebook when it first was popular back in, 2009, 2010, 8, whatever. I used a Yahoo email, an email that I have not even monitored for God knows how long, but it's just kept going and with Facebook and Instagram too. That's going to be part of the story. All this could be said to an individual, right? I could tell them that, hey, I think that your computer is trying to use my dormant email. And I say dormant email because I went to Yahoo. I asked them. I said I want my email account back. It says it's not possible. So it says that create a new one. Create a new account, which I have multiple Yahoo accounts, but now the original one that signed up for Facebook will not. It's impossible for me to log in. Now, to quote a friend of mine, I don't even want to be on that cesspool. I really don't. I'm not a big fan of Facebook, but for the business, its vast distribution is unparalleled. The amount of views and unfortunately that's the don't hate the player, hate the game is something said often. That's the game right now. It's views, likes, attention, trying to build the business. That's one of the only ways. And Facebook right now is basically taking away from building. And I've reached out to many lawyers. I don't know what to do. If there's anyone out there listening has any sort of solution other than a lawsuit, because I went down that option. I got a response from one law firm, and I'm waiting a response from others. And I don't want to fight a powerful corporation such as Meta, but I'm a man of principles. If you've noticed over the past 2 months of doing these shows. And this business is everything to me. I'm a disabled vet with time on my hands. So, Mark, just give me my damn account. Or have someone reach out to me or talk to me. I have added for the YouTube team here, I have a picture of what my Instagram says. Now, I still have my Instagram, and I believe it's under the same email. Now I can't even open a new account. I tried using my phone number. No. Tried using a new email. No. They will not allow me. So I'm being silenced in a way. Like I don't want to. That's the part I don't want to say. Right. I don't want to be accusatory because I do think that they're just trying to ping it. But where's the humans? On screen on YouTube right now, you can see that I posted a reel on Instagram for the first time in God knows how long, and in probably 10 years, looking back at my pictures. But now it says get more from my reel, get verified. If I click that button, I'm pretty sure it'll start pinging, their computers will start pinging the dormant email, and I probably will get locked out of Instagram. That's going to be a test for everybody that I will do as a journalist. I'm doing and showing everybody because I'm transparent. This is what I do. Like I don't know how to hide things. I don't know how I'm way more like our president than I'd like to admit. I'm braggadocious at times. I'm an asshole at times. But at the same time, I get things done by being that brash. And reading his book, he got a lot of shit done in New York back in the 80s. It might not have been right. He did get a lot of shit done. This isn't the full review. But really quick, if I hit that button, I'm scared. Is where we're going to leave it with that. Now, where we come back after the break, I have something for the Democrats. Like I mentioned before with Kamala Harris. You're a big part of this computer problem. We're going to take a super quick break. Be right back. Live button. Speaking of hitting that live button, if you have not followed on YouTube, during the breaks I talk to the TikTok crew. Like I don't know if you've ever watched a show called PTI. PTI is a very popular show on ESPN for roughly 30 years with two journalists, and they always have the camera rolling and they show back stuff and they show their other conversations in the background. Now, how cool is it that Kilmar Abrego Garcia is on TikTok? If you haven't seen it, you should go follow him. You should go check it out. Hello, Kilmar. Mr. Garcia, welcome home. I'm sorry for all of us. Am I a crazy leftist because I believe in due process? Right? The man was illegally thrown into one of the worst places ever. That so much so that 60 Minutes pulled a report on how bad the place is. And I've said it before on this show that the concentration camps did not start in Germany. We talk a lot about amendments here on Divided America. We've discussed the Fourth and the Fifth Amendments at length in previous episodes. But what about the 14th and due process? Mr. Garcia, again, welcome. Keep spreading positivity to your page. Is anyone else here on a political email list? Am I the only one? I get emails from Democrats, Republicans. All I get is fundraising emails. Now, I'm going to talk extemporaneously on this because I didn't write about this. It's something that I get roughly every day. Something saying, give $7, give $10, give what you can. Maybe your fundraising problem is because you're asking for money during Christmas, before Christmas, after Christmas, or every freaking day. I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying to make this somewhat kid-friendly when my kids get older enough and watch it. But sometimes the explicits fly, as Kramer says. Why would the former Vice President Kamala Harris blast out a text saying, I've been quiet and I made my decision to make a political action committee. And in that same text, ask for money because that's what political action committees do. Now, I understand money is needed for elections. You know what's needed more than money? People talking. talking about what's going on in this world, right? Not how about just talk to us instead, and then how about send one email without just send one email without a donation request, just one. Is that possible? Because I know that if there are any other Democrats or Republicans watching, I know Republicans get the email saying save our country, blah blah blah. Every single email from them is asking for money. If you had a friend asking you for money every single time they talk to you, would you talk to them? Fix your shit, Democrats. Like, this is insane. Like, it's so infuriating because I do donate every once in a while, but not to any national program. I'll donate to some of my local ones. I've seen one of my local reps like a couple of my TikTok videos. Thank you, Buttons. I appreciate that. I don't want to say. I love you. I do. We need to go get drinks sometime. Oh God, guys, what? Why every single one? It just doesn't stop. But now I listen to the headlines every morning, like I've told you before. Speaking of the headlines, let's talk about how Russia is bombing the hell out of Ukraine. Is anybody watching? Is anybody talking about it? Anybody see Kyiv being hit every single night by Russia drones? Drones that are not made in Russia, by the way, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Now, the president, I heard him talking about, and he was so angry that Ukraine attacked the homes, or apparently one of the homes near Vladimir Putin. Now, Ukraine is saying that this is a false information, that they're just using this for a pretext. Like, pretext of what? Like, they're already bombing the shit out of you, right? If you can get them, you get them. Like, that's just, like, it's nuts to me that the energy that our president showed, the anger that he showed that Vladimir Putin was almost quote unquote assassinated, like, bring some of that energy at home for the shit that's happening in our streets, right? But no, you're not. You're wagging the dog, right? We're not stupid. I posted on Sunday and I said something that you said, well, Russia wants Ukraine to win. Or Russia, like, do you think we're stupid? Because, like I said, I know you're not stupid. I read your book. You're not stupid, right? But we're not either. You are wagging the dog. You are pulling the Bush playbook, right? I was one of them. It's between that, the Facebook stuff, things are just starting to get a little nuts. Youth Sports was a part of the show this morning on New York Times, and to me that's also insane. My brother, for Christmas, bats are now $500. Are you kidding me? For a baseball bat? Now I understand that that's probably a bougie price because we are blessed. Like I said, we've lived and we've bought at the right time. I bought this gaming computer at the right time, right? If I wanted to buy this gaming computer now, it would probably cost 4 times as much as I paid for about 2 years ago, because the price of RAM has tripled. Why? Because of AI. This all goes back to the AI, to the bots that are ruining our lives. Not running. They're running and ruining our lives. Used to be able to go to a restaurant and say, I'd like a job. I have 2 hands. I can do dishes. Okay, go in the back. Go do dishes. Now it's, well, did you fill out your form? Like, you can't even go to a job fair. You go to a job fair and they go, well, did you go online? Why do you go to job fairs? They don't do anything for you there. They say, did you do anything online? I mean, this world that we are creating, this is Democrat. I don't want to say it's only Democrats, because it's both sides of this. We are creating a world that is unsustainable. Now, I'm going to the VA in a few hours for my annual appointment. You want to talk about content? The VA is a fountain of just, computer says no, just, it doesn't stop. It really doesn't stop. Today's show is slightly shorter than others. It's been the holidays. I did not write as much. I did not report as much. I have my kids in the other room. I have a lot more to do this week when it comes to reporting. So I don't want to just come up here and just pontificate on stuff that I'm not educated on. Not stuff like I would talk about the Minnesota thing, right? I would love to talk about that kid that's going viral, that's been reporting in Minnesota. But one thing I did notice is that if I went to a daycare with a camera crew, they sure as hell wouldn't let me in there, right? No matter what color you are or whatever you are. Like it's stupid to think that you could actually walk into a daycare. Now, granted, I'm sure there's fraud. I'm sure there's fraud, but to target one community is, let's call it what it is. It's racist, right? If you're just saying how much fraud is there in the medical community that to target one? It's xenophobic, it's racist, it's wrong, and we're gonna report on that this week. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the new followers. I can't thank you guys enough. There really is. There's been a little groundswell here, and it's been great. And the Facebook thing is killing me because I think it has my most followers, believe it or not. So I don't even live stream. I was trying to figure out how to live stream on every platform to make this as big as possible. And when I did that, I ran into the computer and it said no. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Good night. Good night, guys. Well, good day. Good night.